I got some smoke for you.
Woo!
Rest in peace to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels.
Rest in peace.
I don't like what you did after he died.
What?
It's disgusting.
What, re-uploading the parts of
Disgusting.
the interview?
Disgusting.
What'd he do?
The nastiest performance I've ever seen.
What?
Why do y'all do that?
It's an insane position for somebody in media to hold.
Please.
What is your job as a content creator? Your job is to make content and get that content out to the people who want to see it.
False.
Somebody dies, there is a huge demand for that content. You re-upload it, people see it on their subscription feed, they click on it because this is a very talked about thing. People are
Nasty.
literally mourning
I can't even listen to this.
What is the part?
That is disgusting.
Give me a coherent argument against re-uploading content when that person is extremely newsworthy.
Take it away,
I
please.
gotta ask him.
Yeah.
Was the content in a negative connotation or no?
No.
What was your take on it?
No.
That does sound nasty.
I won't
I
say
can
it.
see that.
No, that's what I was asking. I wanted to clarify because I didn't.
Nah, he didn't slander his name.
Of course.
He just re-uploaded everything in the world that he had on Kevin Samuels in the moment that he died.
We had never even done clips from that interview, so I think we clipped a bunch.
Until
of
you found a good time to do it.
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting to me.
You had a Kevin Samuels interview.
We had already done it. We didn't do clips at that time. We started a clips channel after that. We went hard with the clips from that interview after he passed. We had never done the clips before.
How soon after he passed?
I don't know.
Shit,
an
hour.
Yeah. The next
1
day,
hour.
probably, yeah.
It was nasty, Adam.
What is the nasty part about
hold
it?
yourself
The nastiness is you are trying to capitalize off of somebody else's demise before his family even had an opportunity to.
How am I trying to capitalize on it? I want the people who are sad about his passing to have the content that they want to see.
Then turn off monetization.
Hey,
If you turn up monetization, you're going to stop it from spreading on the platform.
Stop
Nobody's
it,
going
Adam.
to see it. You know it's true.
Stop
You're a
it.
YouTuber.
Adam,
You know
stop it, yo.
Every YouTuber out there knows I'm telling the truth.
Is that why you did that?
Stop.
Because I thought that people, the whole thing with making this content. If I do a Joe
I'm
Budden
going to
interview,
market this off.
Is it nice that I made a bunch of money off
Say what you're
interviewing you?
saying the right way, because I'm going to upload this.
Is it nice? Good.
So listen to what he's saying. I'm pretty sure by this point y'all understand what the argument is. The argument is that Joe Budden is upset at Adam22 for re-uploading clips from the interview that he did with Kevin Samuel in the moment of his passing.
Did I interview you for money? No, but I made, let's say, $10,000 off of AdSense when I interviewed you. Did I interview you for money? No.
I'm not
Is
dead.
the $10,000 very nice?
I'm not dead.
It's different when
I'm not dead.
Oh shit, he passed.
Stop it, Adam. I'm not dead.
How does the death change that?
Because had he not passed, you wouldn't have uploaded that like that.
Had there not been a giant swell of interest in this guy because he passed, then I wouldn't have uploaded. But
that makes sense to me. He said if there wasn't a whole lot of talk about Kevin Samuels during the time where he passed, then he would not have uploaded. This is one of those tricky spaces when it comes to content creators and the morals or the intention behind anything that they do, especially when it's revolved around such a tragic incident like the passing of Kevin Samuels. Me trying to understand where Adam22 is coming from, it sounds as though he was probably coming from the mind space of, we had this interview with Kevin Samuels, we just created a clips page, we were already going to post several clips from this interview that we did, this long format interview that we did with Kevin Samuels. This will be the best opportunity for us to put out this content, this information of Kevin Samuels himself spreading his words of wisdom. If anything, him doing this during the time that he did it can also be looked at as a positive thing, because here in this tragic moment, there's more attention on this man than ever before. So if somebody is going to put some information out and it be Kevin Samuels himself that is speaking on it, that is spreading his words, his wisdom, then those people that may have not known about him before or maybe didn't get a fair enough chance could listen to these clips that Adam22's team put up and get a better understanding of who Kevin Samuels was. So I'm looking at it from that perspective rather than where Joe Budden is looking at being, oh, you monetized off of this man's death. Because honestly, I feel like if you're going to be mad at Adam22, then you got to be mad at the rest of the internet as well, because everyone was talking about it. But let's listen further, because this is as far as I got.
You just answered your question.
I would have uploaded those clips either way. Yes, but the interest,
Then why you
the
didn't?
fact that the audience wants to see it, is the reason to upload it.
No,
Do
the
I make
audience
money?
is searching. The
Do I
audience
make
is searching
money?
his
Sure.
name, and it's like, you know what? If they're gonna search his name, let me attach to that.
That's
They're not
exactly,
necessarily going to look for.
But
Let
they're
me go see what
searching
clips
his
are
name.
out there.
The fact that they're
He's
searching
trending.
his name
is
why
trending,
it's
and let me attach
logical
to it.
do it.
And the other thing about what Joe brought up in regards to taking off the monetization of that video, I agree with Adam. You take off the monetization, YouTube has no incentive to want to push that video out to viewers, to recommend it out to an audience, because there's no money for them to make off of that video. So I agree with Adam on that as well.
Name is trending. Let me attach to it.
Yes, let
So
me
that's
give the
That's
fans
that's
what they
saying
want.
something different.
No, that's why
That's saying
it's
something totally
illogical to do
Why,
it.
when someone dies, do we act like people only make content to make money?
Right.
It's not true.
Exactly.
I want it to entertain the audience.
You
I wanna
had the
show them
content
something
already.
meaningful.
You had the content
That's why.
already.
Right.
That's why.
Exactly. He had the content already. The content is of Kevin Samuels talking. It's not like he made a whole separate video after the fact to monetize off of that. No, he put out content that was already out there, that he had already put out before this man passed away. Like, this argument is kind of strange to me. Like, I understand where they're coming from if they felt that this man put out some content to speak negatively on Kevin Samuels, or put out brand new content just to gain that viewership, but that's not the case here. He reposted old content to a Clips channel.
That's
He
the
hadn't
difference.
got around to uploading it, and then he passed. I'm like, fuck, we gotta upload it.
Of course.
And that's what we're saying to you.
Yeah.
That is what we're saying to you.
I don't think it's sinister. I don't see what's wrong with it.
How do you not? I don't know
I
how.
get it.
It doesn't seem like they're, trying to give themselves the chance to really understand and think about this, because it's just like I explained.
There's something between sinister and innocent
That's fair.
that exists.
That's true. There's being a capitalist, which
Yeah.
is obviously a factor. Sure.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna make money off
That
it.
is capitalism.
But even if it,
Yo,
like,
yo,
what am I
pull
gonna
up the
make?
definition for sinister so I make sure I know what I'm saying. They get me with that a lot.
Let's
I want
say
to be
we got
clear.
1 million extra views from re-uploading all those Kevin Samuels clips.
Sinister. Giving the impression that something harmful or evil is happening or will happen. That was sinister.
You think it's
What? He just read that, and then he was like, yeah, what you did was sinister. I was thinking that he was going to be like, oh, my bad. No, I was completely wrong. Clearly what you did wasn't sinister. Huh? Did I just see that?
evil to make people watch more YouTube content?
I don't think it's
I
It's not
think
sinister.
I think it is.
See, the other guys are saying, I don't think it was sinister. Because it's not.
It's
I'm only giving my opinion.
It's opportunistic.
I'm not asking
Yes.
y'all's
It's
opinion.
capitalistic. It's
My opinion
It's
is
opportunistic, but it doesn't mean that the opportunity is a negative thing. He put out clips of Kevin Samuels talking, spreading more of his knowledge. When people get to, like I said, search for Kevin Samuels' name, they were going to come across those clips and get to know and understand more about that man. I'm done saying that.
like Ish said, before family members and loved ones get to put their loved one in the ground or have the important conversations with everybody in the family that loved this man.
See, that has nothing to do with Adam22 re-uploading some dang on videos. It's not like him re-uploading videos had anything to do with what the family members had to decide in regards to Kevin Samuels passing. The two doesn't correlate. It's not like Adam22 put out some misinformation about Kevin Samuels passing.
Now, every time we look at our phone, we have to see the likes of you, the likes of Vlad, the that partake in that nasty side of the business, which is where it's only about metrics and monetization, and your moral compass is totally eliminated from this. That's what makes this nasty.
Are you ready? Are you?
But that's pretty messed up that he's clumping Adam22 in there as if Adam22 is one of those culprits when this is not. It's not clear that that's what this is.
It said to me,
It's definitely
no, I'm
nasty.
not ready.
You ready for
no,
the kill
no,
shot?
I'm not
You
ready.
ready?
It said to me, damn, yo, when this important person dies, these are the figureheads. Some would call gatekeepers.
Here, I have a very
That
important
are,
question.
you can't talk and listen.
When Pop Smoke died, what did the radio stations do?
I have no idea.
They played his
I
music.
don't.
That don't make it right.
I don't listen to
Why
the
not?
radio.
He died. We got to celebrate this. We got to listen to the music that we all love that he made while he was alive.
That's what happens when every artist die. Every artist die, Spotify streams go up for that artist. More records get sold. Apple Music, more albums get bought. Anytime an artist pass away, it's the exact same premise with visual artists, people that paint. After they pass on, their work becomes more valuable because it can never be created again. Joe Budden is an artist and a content creator. I would think if anyone, he would understand this stuff well.
His music is a celebration of his life.
totally different.
Watching a Kevin Samuels
tell you why
interview
that's
is a
different.
celebration of who this man was.
Not.
Different.
Pop Smoke's
Let me
music
tell you why
is
it's not a
never
good
I
not
don't
music.
understand how y'all can't see that.
I don't either.
I can
I don't
answer you.
either.
Pop Smoke, his music was already in rotation.
always played.
It's already in
They
rotation.
didn't
Kevin Samuels.
The video that the interview was already in rotation.
They didn't go
Let
dig
me
it up
answer
out
you.
of crate in a
I can
backyard
answer you.
somewhere
I
and
can-
say
and
because
then
he
chop it
died,
up.
The
we're
interview
playing
was already
it.
up. We just cut some clips from the interview.
Y'all
and
cut
we
clips for
re-uploaded.
2 fucking weeks, Adam.
It's the same as us playing his record on the radio.
No, it's
It
not.
is not.
Yes, it is.
Time out, hold on.
Kevin
It
Samuels'
was already up.
thing was his personality. The interview itself was up. We cut like I don't know however many, maybe five
More
to
than
10
5.
minute
That's
clips.
different.
It's
And
more
then
than 5
put those
clips.
up. We haven't done that. We
How
haven't
many
put the
clips did you
That's
clip?
different. I
I
didn't know
have
that.
absolutely no
Well,
recollection.
it's your
You see, now this guy over here is like, oh, okay, well, that's different. I didn't know that. So now he's like, okay, I see where you're coming from, Adam. Yeah.
company. You like to fall
I
back
didn't
on
know
that
that.
a lot.
3, 4,
How
5.
many? Not 3 or 4. Find a way to get a definite number. It wasn't 3.
This is an irrelevant argument, Joe. Joe, come on now. It doesn't matter if it was 1 or 50 clips. It doesn't matter. Why are we putting so much emphasis on the amount of clips it was?
And it
Kevin
wasn't
Samuels,
4.
no jumper. Let's see what.
I didn't know that.
It wasn't 3 and
To
it
his
wasn't 4. I don't
defense-
need to search shit. It
It's a
wasn't
little-
3 or
It's a
4.
little distasteful to me, but it's not nasty or
No.
something.
And to
That's
his,
disgusting.
in his
Okay.
defense, I didn't know that he already aired his interview.
Right.
Kevin
I thought they
Samuels
had the interview in the tuck,
No.
and then when he
It
died,
was out.
Scroll back up to the
Oh,
top.
so
So
And that's the dumbest thing in the world to me too, is to be mad at somebody for putting content out there that was already out there. It was already on the internet. Who cares if he re-uploads it 100 times? It was already on the internet. No matter when something gets re-uploaded. It's almost like he's expecting or hoping or wanting for the same sort of thing that happened when Kobe passed away, like what happened to the Kobe brand and the sneakers. When Kobe passed away, Nike, they ended all sales of the Kobe Bryant shoes for a while. You couldn't get your hands on them because they knew people were going to want to try to get them. The resale market skyrocketed when Kobe passed away. The shoes jumped up in prices from $300 to $1,000. It's almost like Joe's expecting it's the same sort of thing to happen after Kevin Samuels passed. Well, don't try to put anything up about him now because it's fresh. Wait a while, then you can put it out there again. Don't do it while everybody is talking about it. Don't do it while this is the hot topic.
you can see how
I'm not
far
mad.
apart it is.
I'm not
Kevin
mad at
Samuels
that.
interview
Oh, I am.
1 year ago, and then look at the clips are from like 3 months ago when he passed.
1,
We hadn't uploaded these clips yet.
3,
We got 3.
4,
No, that's not
5.
us. Just 3. That one's old. So 3 clips. 3 clips that all did a couple 100,000 views at least each, because people in that moment wanted to talk
4.
about Kevin Samuels and wanted to,
correct.
cherish what he was to the community
Scroll
while
up.
he was out.
about 4.
We found 3 for the record. 3 right there. You can see all of them right there.
Kevin?
The number doesn't matter, y'all. This is so irrelevant. I don't care if it was 1 or 50. It doesn't matter.
Samuels on interracial relationships.
1.
Yeah, read the
Stop
headlines
right there.
too. Read the
Stop
headlines
right
too,
there.
Yeah, because that's important.
Let's take one at a time.
That is important. The headline is important.
You don't see how at the time of a man's death, you can take something controversial from them and post it and have people feeling or looking at this in a light other than, hey, this man died. Let's
A
honor
very
him and
easy way to
respect
remedy
him.
this would have been like, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Here's his
Tell
take
me
on it.
that you are lacking.
But that wouldn't be the purpose of the clips. That wouldn't be the purpose of a clips channel. The clips channel is just like with any content that you're putting out. It's about the context of the video itself. if it were a rest in peace tribute video to Kevin Samuels, sort of like the one that we did on this channel, it would have been more about talking about Kevin Samuels and the good that he did, more so than allowing Kevin Samuels to talk about any topic or issue. They put out clips. I understand where they're coming from with this.
The humanness to where you don't see what I'm saying.
Kevin Samuels dedicated his life to spreading his message.
That's
You
right.
don't know. Wait, stop.
He did.
That's more
So
bullshit.
you always
Oh,
challenge.
see? Yo, that ain't BS. That really is what he was doing. I've heard several people that were close to him say the exact same thing. Did Joe ever meet? Joe interviewed Kevin once, right?
Things that are so evident. His whole career was sitting on stream and making these videos and spreading his message to people. How could I possibly be faulted for spreading his message further after he passed, knowing that this is the time when people are really going to want to consume this information?
The arrogance.
It's funny how I came to the same point Adam did before I even heard Adam say it. Because I understood. It's sensible, it's logical, it's reasonable thinking.
Of you. You have known of Kevin Samuels for how many years?
Let's say
You can't
How
surmise
old was
shit
he?
about
How
Kevin
old was he?
Samuels. Who the are you to know somebody for 2 years and think that you could say what their whole life was dedicated to?
That's self-evident.
But it's like
It's not only self-evident, but it's proven by many that was close to him. Said the same thing.
No, it's
Your
not.
mission was to make content and
You don't know
spread
that.
his views
You
to
don't
the
know that.
world.
Stop.
You don't know that.
Stop
You don't
it.
know that.
That's all
You
I
don't
know
know
through
that.
I don't understand how you don't know that. I don't understand how you don't know that when it's literally all we saw. It's literally what we saw from Kevin. What do we see from Kevin? Spreading messages.
Do it for 2 years. You saw him do it for 2 years. How old was he?
If he
How
had-
old was he?
saying what his
How
life
old
was
was he?
dedicated
If he had some other mission, he didn't express it to me during the interview. In the interview, he told me, this is what I'm doing. I think it's important. I think that I'm having an important impact on specifically black people's relationships. That was what was important to him.
so say that though. You
Yeah.
said his life was based on something else. You didn't say that.
Making content about the things that he believes in, and interracial relationships were definitely something that he felt
Cool.
strongly about. And I don't think there's anything wrong with further spreading his words after he passed.
Not at all.
I actually think it's more important.
I agree.
Didn't know that the interview had already been released.
Right.
That changes things from my opinion.
sure.
However, now in seeing how you guys worded the clips,
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is a prime example of trying to find something to be mad and upset about. I can only assume their perspective on the reason why it's titled the way it is. They probably thinking, well, Kevin Samuels probably had something real negative to say about interracial relationships. So for you to put out a clip of him talking about it only brings more negativity towards this man's name. But let's find out. We're about to watch this video and see what Kevin Samuels has to say about interracial relationships.
80+% of people are date inside their group. Me personally, I dated everything. I say make yourself the best version of yourself and pick from the best you have available. Because at the end of the day,
Wow. Okay, so he said make yourself the best version of yourself and pick from what you have available. You know what? This is a whole 10-minute long video, but I think that was enough information that I needed to pull from what Kevin Samuels had to say about interracial relationships. That sounded fair. That sounded honest. That sounded sensible, right? But you can't just take text videos out of context, then run with the most negative narrative around what you think you're seeing instead of actually clicking on the video and diving into it. But anyway, y'all, leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below, and I'm going to catch you all in the next one. See ya.